Everyone. Uh, Thanks a lot for joining in, and this is Ravi. This is an instructor for this particular course, and thanks a lot for giving us this very opportunity to basically share our knowledge with you on big data and Hadoop. So let's start with a small introduction of everyone, and then we get into what we are going to do over the period of time in this course, and then we will have a small sneak peek of the course. So yeah, I would request everyone, so I'll unmute everyone one by one, and it would be awesome if you guys could just talk about what you work on as a technology and what is your goal from this class. So if there is some improvisation required from my end to basically meet your needs, we'll be more than happy. So please go ahead, guys. By the way, am I clearly audible, guys? Am I clearly audible, guys? Okay. Okay. All right. So let's get started. Let's start with Elvin. Hi, Elvin. If you could just introduce yourself, that will be great.
Okay, good morning, everybody. My name is Alvin, and I live in Denver, Colorado. We have a management technology consultant firm where we do a lot of work in the business analytics space. And I also teach at the University of Denver. I teach in the business intelligence and analytics department. I teach a graduate course called IT strategy. So that's a brief background about myself, and my expectation is that I have some clients that are really interested in pursuing Hadoop as a means to be able to move into that space. So one of the things I'm also exploring is to learn a little bit more about what you guys are doing and how best I can leverage some of your knowledge to be able to provide guidance to the folks that I work with. Thank you.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, welcome, Elvin. And by the time the course ends, we'll have a certain idea of how Hadoop works, how to develop stuff, how BI works on Hadoop, and we will talk about the administration part also. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
We have, so the expectations here is exploring Hadoop and how this can be applied. So next we have Bob. Hey Bob, yeah, please go ahead, Bob. Hi Bob. Hi Bob. Would be great if you could just introduce yourself. Hey Bob. All right, Bob, if at all there is a problem with your mic, you could introduce yourself on chat and I'll be more than happy to introduce you to the group. So we have Chandu. Hi Chandu. Please go ahead, Chandu. Hey Chandu, yeah, please go ahead with your introduction. You can unmute yourself.
Hi, hi Ravi. This is Chandra.
Hi.
Yeah, I work at Texas and I'm currently working on a Teradata database. So I would like to upgrade myself onto the Hadoop processing systems and all this stuff. So
Good. So you want to basically, it's more like a upgradation journey for you. Not a problem. Yeah, sure. And yeah, we'll certainly make sure that you have a lot of it in this course. Yeah, sure, not a problem. Whenever you want to introduce, you can just put it on chat and I'll be more than happy to introduce you. Yeah. Hi, Dayalan. Please go ahead, Dayalan. I have unmuted you. Hi, Dayalan. Dayalan, you can unmute yourself and introduce yourself, Dayalan. And if there is a problem with your mic, then you can introduce yourself in the chat. So we go to Hemant. Hi, Hemant. Yeah, please introduce yourself, Hemant. Yeah. Hemant, you might want to basically unmute yourself and introduce Hemant. All right, I guess there's a problem with mic of Dayalan and Hemant. Not a problem. Jim, so anybody who's not able to basically is not having a mic, feel free to introduce yourself on chat and we'll introduce you to the group. Jim, you can unmute yourself and you can introduce yourself. Let me send you an audio pin if you want to get unmuted. So we have Hemant, who's 7 years into BI and looks to learn Hadoop from BI perspective. Fantastic. Welcome, Hemant. We have Dayalan, who's basically into web administration. And Dayalan, what will be your goal from the class? Yeah, Jim. We have Jim. We have Joe. Yeah. Hey, Joe. Hey, Jim. Yeah, please go ahead with your introduction. Let me just unmute you, Joe. Yeah, Joe, you're unmuted. Please go ahead, Joe. Joe, you're unmuted. Yeah, Joe, go ahead. Please go ahead. All right, seems even Joe's mic has a problem. Okay, yeah, Joe, go ahead. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, Joe from New Jersey. Just want to see how your Hadoop Live demo fits into MicroStrategy in particular. Thanks.
Okay. Basically MSTR. That's what we're looking for. We have Bob, who's probably his mic wasn't working, so Bob says hi to everyone. And here he is, the Vertica DBA. Okay. So we have Praveen. Yeah, Praveen, please go ahead with your introduction. Hi, Praveen. Please go ahead with the introduction, Praveen.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, hi, Praveen. Yeah, I can hear you. Everybody.
Hi, I am basically working on BODS ETL tool and have some knowledge on HANA. So just want to see how Hadoop or how it works or get the basic idea on how things are with
Okay.
So.
Fantastic. Sure. Yeah. Hi, Ram. Hi, Ram. Yeah. Please go ahead and introduce yourself. Hello. All right. Ram, seems there is a problem with your mic. So, yeah. If at all, yeah, if it's possible, please put it on chat. That will be great. It will be more than two. Yeah. Hi, Ramakrishnan. Yeah, please go ahead and introduce yourself, Ramakrishnan. Yeah, Ramakrishnan, I have unmuted you. All right. Seems again there is a problem with your mic, Ramakrishnan. Hi, Raman. Let's start with your introduction. Please go ahead, Raman. Hi, Raman. Raman. Okay, so here we have Ram, sorry, not Ram, he's from Dallas, and Raman is 10 plus on MSTR and Oracle and PeopleSoft. So he's a hardcore BI guy, and Ram is from Dallas. Ram wants to know about Hadoop, yeah, and duration. Ramakrishna is a 6+ years experienced professional on Linux. He's a Linux admin basically. All right. Then we have, yeah, Ranjit. Please go ahead, Ranjit. Yeah, you can. Not a problem, Ram. So Ram says no mic, no problem. Yeah, Ranjit, please go ahead. So Ranjit, you can introduce yourself on on chat. Really sorry, oops. Had a cough. Okay. Yeah, Sharat. Yeah, Sabita, please go ahead and introduce yourself. Sabita?
Yes, hi, hello.
Yeah,
I'm from Austin, Texas. So I work on ETL technologies like Informatica and SSIS. So I just want to learn how Hadoop is connected with these ETL technologies.
all right. Yeah. Welcome to the class, Sabita. Hi, Sharat. Yeah. Please go ahead with your introduction, Sharat. Yeah, hi, Sharat. Please go ahead with your introduction, Sharat. Okay, I guess you don't have a mic. Hi, Sigin. Yeah, Sharat, please go ahead on chat. I'll introduce you. Yeah. Hi, Sigin. Seems Sigin has a problem with his mic. So yeah, guys, please feel free to introduce yourself on chat. Hi, Shri. Hi, Sri.
Hi, Ravi.
Yeah, please go. Yeah, hi.
Hey, yeah, this is Sri. I'm a Java developer and I work in St. Louis. My expectation from this session is I just want to know how Java is related to Hadoop, and I'm completely new to the database. So I just want to know how Java is related to Hadoop and what are the predicts for the Hadoop to learn.
Fantastic. Sure. We have Velu. Hi, Velu. Yeah, please go ahead and introduce yourself, Velu. Hi, Velu. All right, seems Velu's mic has a problem. Yeah, guys, as in when you feel convenient, please introduce yourself on chat and I'll be more than happy to put your introduction. Yeah, hi, Kasara. Yeah, please go ahead with your introduction, Kasara. Yeah, I have unmuted you, Kasara. Go ahead. Hello. Yeah, hi, Kasara. Hi. Yeah, hi, Kasara. Yeah, all right, Kasara. I guess your mic has a problem. You can introduce yourself on chat. Yeah. Okay. Oh, we have two Ramakrishnas. So we have one more Ramakrishna who is basically a mainframe professional and he is based out of Arkansas. Okay. Yeah. Hi, Vikram. Sharat is, oh, welcome Sharat. He's a fresher just into IT and wants to know Hadoop. We have Vikram who's from Illinois, and sorry for my pronunciation. And we have Nibedita. We have good amount of guys who is into web development, and Vikram is also into web development. Okay, Vikram is in web development. Who wants to know Hadoop? All right, so I'll continue what you call introducing everyone. Thanks a lot, guys. It's fantastic that you guys have taken your time out and come to this class. And now let's talk about what exactly is this course about. Now this course is typically a 40 to 45 hours course, and it covers Hadoop fundamentals, covers Hadoop development, covers Hadoop from BI angle, and Hadoop administration angle. So this kind of it will be not wrong to say it's more like 0 to 100 in Hadoop. So you will typically cover all the stuff. It's going to be a 40-45 hour course, and we'll go through this journey. Let's see what exactly are we going to cover in this particular course. So if you see, these are the contents of the course. So when we start this course, we first talk about, let's make this full screen so that full screen, yeah. So we will start this course and talk about what is big data. Just a minute. Yeah. We'll start with this. Yeah. So we start with this course by starting with what is big data. We talk about why big data is important, what is big data, characteristics of big data, why data really became so big, use cases of big data analysis, possible options, traditional distributed systems. So day one would only be dedicated to big data. We'll introduce you to Hadoop, HDFS, and MapReduce. Day two, we talk about the Hadoop ecosystem, where we get into what is Pig, Hive, Flume, Scoop, Uzi. Day three, we have a CentOS based virtual machine for you guys, which will be passed on to you. And you will be setting up Hadoop in a pseudo distributed mode. That means you will be setting up Hadoop on a single machine. Day four, you will be running your first MapReduce program. You will have a hands-on on Scoop and Flume. Day five is where we will purchase 3 machines in the class from Amazon, and we'll set up Hadoop cluster in the class. All right. Day 6, we will start talking about what is that you think when you're starting a Hadoop project. Considerations of how big your cluster should be, the hardware considerations, the software considerations. Day 7 would be when we take a very close look at MapReduce program. We talk about what is a driver, mapper, reducer, and all that stuff. Day 8 is when we talk about the MapReduce API. We start understand what is combiner, partitioners, input formats, output formats, what is distributed cache, and counters. Day 9, we talk about sorting, searching, indexes. It's basically all the MapReduce design patterns. And day 10 is again MapReduce design patterns. So if you look at it, first 12 days, so the first section or the first episode of this whole course is only Hadoop fundamentals. The second episode of the course that goes till day 12, from let's say day 6 to day 12, we really go deep into the development aspects of Hadoop. The third phase of this course is where we go deep into Hadoop BI. We tell you what is Pig, what is Hive. We connect Talent Studio or Pentaho, and we are trying to get Informatica also to Hadoop. So how do you really connect those business intelligence tools to Hadoop is what we see in phase 3 of the course. So we have advanced class on Hive and Pig and advanced hands-on. Then we basically on day 15 touch base upon these advanced concepts like YARN, Hadoop federation, authentication, and availability. And the last phase of this course really dives deep into Hadoop administration. So we talk about how do you set up Hadoop clustering, installation options. Then we talk about scheduling in Hadoop. Then we talk how do you go about monitoring your cluster. And day 19th is when we have the best practices from administration. The last day of this course, you will have a 50-question test, but actually now there are 3 tests. Phase 1 completion, you will have a test of 20 marks. Phase 2, that's development and BI completion, you will have another 20 mark test. And phase 3, after the administration, you will have 20 mark test. So there are going to be totally 3 tests overall, and you need to score good marks. So that is overall course, and this is how this course is structured. Now let's talk about, let's have a small sneak peek of the course, and then after that I will leave you guys to have the questions. Okay. So yeah, all right. I guess is it that my screen is rendering slow and you're not able to see anything, or is it, I guess few people are having problem. Was all my explanation clear to everyone? May I have a confirmation? Okay. Okay. I guess, yeah. So if for anybody's screen was slow, what I will do is I will let the screen come on my machine. Okay, that's fairly slow. I am right now having a presentation open. All right. So let me do this. Let me start a presentation, and I will only speak after 3 to 5 seconds. By then, I think the screen would be appearing. So do you guys see a presentation open? So what do you guys see? You see Hadoop and Hadoop ecosystem. It's a Word document. Okay, that's fairly slow. No. I have kind of closed the PPT long back. All right, not a problem. Good that you told me. Yeah, I am out of that right now. That is fairly slow. I have closed the PDF, so let me know once the PDF goes off. I guess I need to restart again, but I feel my speed is pretty good here. I mean, I'm certain that speed is in few megabytes. All right. Okay, what do you see right now on the screen? Oh, you still see the, okay. Then let me just leave the meeting and join back again. Let me leave the meeting and join back again. All right, I'm back. So let me know if you guys could see the presentation. Sorry about that. I guess it's a problem of internet around also. Yeah. Yeah. Can you guys see the presentation? Okay. Okay. Okay, we'll wait for a minute. Otherwise, I'll have to rejoin again with a better this thing. Showing only new meeting window. Okay. All right, not a problem. Just give me a minute. Okay. Let me just give me 1 minute, and I think problem will be solved. Give me 1 minute. Yes, it's okay now, right? Okay. All right, great, good. So hope everything is clear now. So let's get started without any interruption. All right. So just last confirmation. Are you guys able to see a presentation? Are you guys able to see the presentation? All right. All right, guys. Yeah, issue is actually internet, but it's monsoon season in India, and it's heavily raining in my town today. So that's a problem. So I have a 4G connection. I've activated that. Hope that works. Exactly. So sorry, not in my hand. It's weather. Weather is bad. So in this particular sneak peek, we'll have a sneak peek of this presentation. So we'll have a small introduction. We'll talk about what is big data. We'll talk about what is Hadoop. We'll talk about the Hadoop ecosystem, and we'll do a deeper dive in HDFS and MapReduce. So we'll just do a sneak peek of this presentation, and we have finally we'll have questions. So let's get started with what is kind of part one of this presentation or this presentation about. This presentation aims at introducing you to big data. It aims at introducing you to Hadoop. It explains you how Hadoop works. It lets you get friendly with HDFS and MapReduce. It basically gets you aware about Hadoop ecosystem, that's Pig, Hive and all that stuff. And then talks about how Hadoop is used in real world. I guess few people are saying it's still slow. Is it slow or you guys are able to see course objectives right now? It's good now, okay. Fine by me, awesome. All right, I'll go slightly slow, that that's not a problem. Let's talk of a small introduction. My name is Ravi. 7 to 8 years of IT experience. I'm Cloudera certified Hadoop developer and administrator, and I'm certified on various technologies like Sun, like microsystems, that's Java and PHP. Now let's talk about what is big data. Now before we, okay, I guess I can see course objectives. Yes, okay. Okay. So before we really talk about big data, let's understand why does it deserve your attention? Why is that we all have gathered together to understand what is big data? Let's see. As per IDC, big data market is going to be $24 billion by 2016. Big data would create 4.4 million new jobs by 2015. So in 2 years from now, it's going to create 4.4 million new jobs. That's an industry by itself. There is already a shortage. So we are talking of 2 years from now, but let's not talk of 2 years from now. Let's talk of this very moment. At this very moment, when we are all sitting together and talking about this, there is already a shortage of 200,000 big data professionals alone in United States. So whether you are a startup, whether you are an experienced seasoned professional, or whether you're a fresher, or whether you are a project manager, whether you are a group owner in a big company, there is something for everyone in terms of opportunity in big data. You're a startup and looking for the next big thing for your business, big data probably has something for you. You're a big manager somewhere in a big company, who knows, your next project, the next revenue stream can be big data. Or you're just a professional who's into BI, Java development or administration, your next thing, logical step could be big data. So let's see what is big data. Big data is any amount of data that is beyond the storage and processing capabilities of a single physical machine. Well, you have all the hardware, let's say you have all the money. The best hardware you can buy in terms of a single monolithic machine is few terabytes of storage and a few gigs of RAM. It can be high as, like, okay, can be, let's say you're lucky enough to get a 256 GB of RAM itself. It's possible, well, fair. But the data that you're talking about is terabytes and terabytes. One machine can handle, let's say the best you get is, let's say 10 terabytes, but the data you're talking about is hundreds of terabytes. So any data that a single physical machine cannot handle can be called as big data. Along with that, there are two more characteristics to big data. One is variety. So far we've always visualized data in terms of rows and columns. So we pick up the phone and call somebody, hey, you ma'am, I have a lot of data to process. We really visualize data as rows and columns. We visualize data as tables. But what big data as a discipline talks about is data can just be anything and everything. Okay, can be XMLs, JSONs, logs, and you should be able to process that. And the third factor is velocity. Velocity is basically the data that gets generated or is incoming to your system is really, really fast. Take example of Facebook. Imagine the number of likes, the posts, the comments that happen every 1 hour. It's immense data. So these are 3 V's of big data. So the first characteristics of big data is volume, second is variety, and third is velocity. So when we say volume, for data to be referred as big data, generally the volume of the data has to be massive. Second is variety. For data to be referred as big data, generally the data would be semi-structured and may originate from variety of sources in variety of formats. Third is velocity. For data to be referred as big data, the rate at which data comes into your system is really, really fast. So these are 3 V's of big data. Let's crudely, see it in a diagram. Let's say you have a lot of data that exceeds the capacity of your machine. That's volume. Data comes to you at tremendous speed. It's velocity. And data comes to you from variety of sources, and that is variety. So these are 3 V's of big data: volume, variety, and velocity. So this is big data. Now, over the period of time, a few of my students have really asked fantastic questions, and I've kind of used their questions to paint that complete picture of what is big data. So let's see those. So the most logical question is, well, big data is clear, it's fine, we understand what is big data. But how does this data look like? Can I see something and say, okay, this is big data? So there is no defined set as to how big data looks like. Big data can look like anything. It can be an RFID systems generated file, can be a web log, can be a user interaction log, can be user transaction history, it can be data from climate sensors, it can be data from Twitter. It can just be from anywhere and everywhere and can exist in any format. Now let's see the next question. What do we do with this data? Well, funnily easy, analyze this data. But the tough part to answer is, what's the value in taking pain of analyzing this data? My business runs on my transactional data. My databases are doing good. Why do I invest in new people? Why do I train my existing people? Why do I buy new hardware and think of this whole thing called big data when that data is not really transactional? So the answer is, in this huge heap of data, the golden nuggets of vital information stay. And analyzing this data can give you an unfair advantage over the competition. So let's take it. The best example is Amazon. When you go to Amazon and you search for an Xbox game, the system figures out that, okay, this guy is kind of interested in gaming, and you suddenly see all the recommendations are around gaming. Let's say you are a father to a 1-year-old baby and you buy a diaper for him. Amazon figures out that, okay, kind of gets an idea of who you are, and you have a baby and all that stuff, and suddenly the whole site is basically orchestrated around the baby products. Most of the times you see those products, you haven't thought of those products, you see those products and you end up purchasing them, and that is great revenue for the company. So while most of us talk about big data as a buzzword, there are few companies who've seriously made a lot of money and are making a lot of money by analyzing this data, because they serve you in a more personalized way. The next question is, can you give us some examples of analyzing big data? Well, we've already spoke about a few more. Identifying the customers who are most important on variety of parameters, identifying the best time to perform maintenance based on usage patterns, and analyzing your brand's reputation by analyzing social media. And there are another thousands of use cases that you can find on the web. How can this data how such a huge data be analyzed? Well, as the volume is beyond the storage and ability of a single physical machine, we need some distributed way to be used. One machine is not capable, I need to have multiple machines. Now comes the golden question. Wait, distributed systems like MPP, MPI, Corba, RMI have been around for more than a decade. Since our engineering days, since our college days, we've heard of distributed system. It's a very, very matured concept. So do we even need to take this course further? Basically, you're talking about something that's 15 years old. Do we really need to take this course further? And does the world really need another distributed system? So all that is fine, big data and all that stuff. But distributed systems have been around for it's been more than a decade. So you're teaching another distributed system, and By the way, does the world really need another distributed system? This whole concept appears to be pretty mature. Well, the answer is yes. The world certainly needs another distributed system. Let's see why. If you look at a typical distributed system, the typical distributed system that exists, we are not getting into too many details of it, but how it looks like is you have your app servers and you have a storage area network. Now app servers would read data from storage area network and process it. So look at it this way. You have, let's say, 10 terabytes of data on your storage area network and you have 10 app servers. Now each app server would basically read 1 terabyte of data. Okay, I guess we have a question. So guys, so far has it been clear or screen has been slow and the demo has not been, you're not able to follow the demo? May I please have a confirmation? Are you guys able to follow the demo or it's completely haywire? You're not able to understand anything. It's not slow. Okay, looks good. So no problem for me. Okay, it's very clear. Okay. All right. So all the data is on distributed system and your app servers would read it. The flow was programs run on each app server. All the data is on storage area network. Before execution, each server would get data from storage area network, and after execution, each server writes its output to storage area network. Now this approach had some problems. Let's see what the problems were. First, there was tremendous dependency on network. That was major problem. Okay, so you would have 10 terabytes of data on your storage area network. You are reading all 10 terabytes and giving it for processing. Your network bandwidth and your network would get choked up completely. Scaling up and scaling down is not a smooth process. If you write basically a program for 3 machines, can you add another 1,000 machines and will your program run 100% similarly? No. As a programmer, you had to always know about the scale. That was a pain. Partial failures are difficult to handle. Well, if you're running your cluster of 100 machines on a typical distributed system, what if machine number 88 fails? It's a problem for you. You as a developer will have to take care of that. A lot of processing power is spent on transporting data. So what you see is amazing amount of power is spent on transporting the data. And data synchronization is required during exchange. So what you see is the data, there is what you call, when there are all the machines working, each machine needs to know what other guy is doing. So there was some kind of synchronization always required. Now because of this, you see 2 problems. Problem number one is that you as a developer, your goal is to analyze the data. It's your business logic, but you're taking care of so much other things. So you're wasting so much of your effort on something that was really not important, or maybe not important to your business logic. And second thing is, because of this, distributed systems have never taken off. You only have 1% of projects on earth probably running on distributed system because they are good, but it's a pain to manage distributed systems. That is where Hadoop comes in. So far what we've covered is problems with typical distributed system. So Hadoop basically is another distributed system and it basically solves all these problems. So Hadoop is nothing but a distributed system for distributed processing that basically takes care of all these disadvantages. So this, we spoke about typical distributed system. We spoke about what is big data. We spoke about why big data deserves our attention. We spoke about what is big data overall as a concept. The next thing we'll talk about is what is Hadoop, and we would probably stop this sneak peek here and we'll take up your questions because I guess a lot of you would be having questions. So the floor is open for questions. Yeah. Yeah, guys, so you're done with the sneak peek of it. Feel free to put all your questions that you have in every way. I'll be more than happy to answer them. All right. Yeah, guys, any questions? So the question is, Hadoop versus other databases. So the answer is Hadoop is not a database, can be compared vaguely with a data warehouse. The question is, what is tech background required? Now, this course is 0 to 100 kind of a Hadoop course where we teach everything about Hadoop virtually. Now, it has administration, a bit of BI, a bit of programming, and it kind of touches everything and make sure we go fairly deep for you to basically start your stuff. Now, there is no prerequisite as such, because if you are an admin, you will learn more administration concepts on Hadoop. If you are a dev, you will get introduced to MapReduce. If you are a BI guy, you would get introduced to Pig, Hive, and so on. So question is, correct, but in-memory computing cannot take care of, say, a petabyte of data. Okay, so what Hadoop is gonna really what do you call talk about is it can analyze massive data. So it's a different animal. In fact, you would see SAP HANA now is looking at connectivity with Hadoop. Yes, it's a 45-hour course, so we'll cover everything in detail: the development, the BI, and the admin. Basically, the goal is to give you complete picture and get you started on any one of these that you like, basically, and then you can pursue that. But everything will be there. We'll not cover Pentao as such necessarily. We'll try covering Talent, Pentao, whatever. We'll just show you the connectivity of how to define a ETL job. There's no specific that we'll cover Pentao or something. Can be Talent, can be Pentao, can be Informatica. We are trying to get Informatica, but let's see if we can. Yes, exactly. Exactly. But having said that, Jetty, the thing is, I am no expert at SAP HANA. Okay, so my concepts may be flawed when it comes to SAP HANA. For me to really give a very firm answer on whether Hadoop is getting HANA is coming or Hadoop, I will have to understand HANA in a better way. So yeah, it's based on my discussions with few people in the industry, but honestly, I don't understand SAP HANA that well. So, don't take my word as an expert word or something. I may just be a real beginner in SAP HANA. I've just spoke to a couple of people and got feel of what exactly SAP HANA is. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, Sri. You will be able to see. MapReduce is a framework. It's a pretty standardized framework. Now it has its placeholders and you will put your logic. So 45 hours course is certainly enough to teach you all that stuff and get you started. Surely you can get started. And I can tell this with confidence because a couple of my students have also got placed. So I know about their experiences that, yeah. So this will give you perspective of what an admin does in Hadoop, what a BI guy does in Hadoop, and what a developer does in Hadoop. And we have hands-on on all the three things. From admin perspective, we teach you how to set up a multi-node cluster. From what you call developers perspective, you write a lot of MapReduce. And from a pig and hive perspective, you do a lot of hive queries, plus you will have connectivity to Talent, Pentaho, or Informatica for that matter. So we will get your hands dirty. Having said that, are you going to, after this training, are you going to be an expert at something and basically you can boast of being a pro? That's not going to be the case. Because for that, in fact, no training can make you a pro. I think you will have to sweat out for 3 months to really call yourself as pro. So after this training, can you go to LinkedIn and put you are an expert at something? I think that will be unrealistic of any training. And honestly, I'm not trying to claim that you'll become an expert or something. You can get feel of it, and yeah, after that it's your sweat which you'll have to put. Yeah. Yes. So in this particular training, I'm going to give you a virtual machine. So this is virtual machine designed by basically we've downloaded and we've set up whole Hadoop on this. It's a free virtual machine from Thought Police, and we've taken this and we've basically set up Eclipse, Java, MySQL, and Hadoop. So you can do all that what you call setup. Yes, Jetty, very close to it, and I think session number 6 will cover that. Yes, Kasra, you can say that, provided some more idea. Basically, you will have to do some more hands-on. Instantly, if you have some kind of a trial which is easy, it's okay. But if it's involved, then you may get stuck. Not much surety on that, Kasra. Yeah, I don't have much visibility on that as of now. So I think Satish will be the best guy to answer, because Satish works very closely with those folks who really. So we will give you this CentOS. We will give you this CentOS, and here you will have complete Hadoop, Eclipse, Java, MySQL set up here. You have MySQL, Eclipse, Java, everything up here, and you can just see how it works. And this virtual machine is with you for your life. Download it on on your machine and you're done. Yes, Hadoop is a freeware, Jetty. Yeah, you can always say it's an OLAP. Yeah. Yes, of course. I am using it on Mac. It's a virtual machine, so you need a VM player and you will be able to do it. Even on Windows, most of this. So we at Tech Trainings have taught more than 250 students on Hadoop, and most of them are on Windows, and you still can easily be, they've all used it. So basically, you need a VM player. You run the image and you will be done. Does MapReduce really need Java expertise? Not exactly. If you look at MapReduce, there's a misconception that you need to be good at Java. You need to be good at aptitude of breaking a single looking problem into distributed pieces. If you can do that, Java is just a means to achieve it, nothing else. We have, okay, Satish will be able to answer that Kasragada, that how is Hadoop market in India. So Satish works very, very closely with the job companies, and he can give you better insights on that, honestly. Yeah. Oh, sure. So now for fresh guys, okay. So is it based on underlying hardware where you install Hadoop, or is it the requirement of hardware that it should be so? Hadoop is just a software. Hadoop is just a software, nothing else. Yeah. Sharad, for freshers, in 3 months to 6 months from now, you'll have more visibility, because market there is, I understand market has a decent demand of Java professionals. I am not aware if freshers would really fit instantly. But having said that, 3 months from now, the demand is going to be high because a lot of projects are coming down. In that case, freshers would be preferred, certainly. No, Trivedi, no, Jetty. The point is there are certain recommendations for what hardware you should use, but you can certainly run on a C. We are running on a single virtual machine also. So depends on what scale you want to work, and there are certain recommendations of what you want to do in production. For playing purpose, we can just have anywhere. You can do anything, but in production, yeah, there are certain recommendations that we cover in phase 2, where we talk about planning your Hadoop cluster. Yeah, guys, keep those questions coming in. Yeah, I'll be more than happy to answer. Yeah. And yeah, if I missed somebody's question, please repeat it, because I guess a lot of chat is going on, so I might have missed a question. So please repeat it if I have not answered your question. Does Java has any related concepts in Hadoop? MapReduce is based on Java, and yes, it's kind of a framework. Yes, Hadoop is a kind of a framework, but you cannot say, yeah, you can say it's slightly, it's a framework in itself, I would say. I'm not comparing it with Hibernate, JP, or Struts. What I'm saying is it's a different paradigm to work with. That's it. But yeah, it's based on Java. So yeah, so more on MapReduce and all that will be kind of part of the session. So will be covered. Yeah, will be covered ahead in the session. Now let's talk about the certification. There are two major vendors who are providing yeah, Jetty, I could have, but I think that's kind of a slightly involved this thing. I think I'll be able to answer that probably during a detailed session. How much expertise of Java is required? If you want to be a MapReduce programmer, you really don't need too much of Java. You need a visualization of how do you break a single looking problem into pieces. See, MapReduce is a standard skeleton framework and you put your business logic there. So you don't need to be an expert or a pro at Java. Being a pro at Java does not ensure you or guarantee you will be good at MapReduce. That's not the case. You should be able to basically break your logic into pieces and solve the problem. So now there are two major vendors who provide you certification, Hortonworks and Cloudera. I recommend you both of you and I don't recommend any of this. Basically the point is there are no preferences. You can choose what you are more comfortable with. Okay. So Cloudera is $299. It has two certifications, developer and it has admin certification. Typically 60 to 90 questions based on the time. So while I was giving it was 90 questions, the developer. I don't know right now what is it, and around 2 hours of test. You have Mr. Hortonworks, they teach you, they basically have their courses and you have the course for $150. No, not the course, the certification for $150, and even they have developer and admin. I'm not sure how many questions they have, not much idea of what Hortonworks certification looks like, but this is how typically certification is. And either ways, both the certifications have equal value. Having a Hadoop certification will certainly take you a notches higher in the market. Both the certifications are superbly respected. Having a Cloudera and Hortonworks certifications adds you excellent credentials to your profile, and no joking about it, because there are very few people who have these certifications comparing to the demand that is in the market. So the point is, irrespective of where you learn from, please take a certification if you are serious about getting into this. That will really be a shining star on your resume. Kasaragada, Satish will be the best guy to answer that. So Hemant, does that give you idea of certifications? Yes, a lot of it. Now, the course would cover somewhere around 80 to 85% of what certification syllabus is. Okay. Now the question is, do you have documentations? Well, over the period of course you will have 6 PDFs shared with you. It will have one hands-on PDF. It will have one virtual machine that is CentOS based. So this is what you get in the course. Clear? So Hemant, does that answer your certification question? And Chandu, how about you? Yeah. All right, guys. So yeah, if there are no more questions, we can sign off and we can catch up next time in the session. I'll see you soon at the class. So Nitin, what kind of details are you looking at? Yeah, that Satish will be able to give that. Yeah, Sabita, Satish will be able to give you that. Yeah. Satish will give you all those information. Yeah. All right, guys. Fantastic talking to you all, and hope the demo gave you a fair idea of what we cover and stuff like that. Yeah. Thanks, Sharad. Thanks, Kasaragada. Sabita, what is PPP0 dot? What is that? All right. Yeah. Thanks, Ramakrishna. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Sabita. Yeah. Talk to you soon, Ramakrishna. Yes. All right. See you guys. See you at the course. Hope you guys enjoyed the demo. Yeah. See you guys. See you. Yeah. Yeah. Satish will be the best guy to do that. Yes. All right. Yeah. All right. Amir, Chandu, Dayalan, Hemant, Kasara, Nibedita, Ram, Ramakrishna, Ranjit, Sabita, Sri, Trivedi, Velu, and Vikram. Take care, guys. Yep. See you guys.